But then we need to be able to like defend it too. So
Can
maybe
we,
not too big.
if we like, can we deconstruct it to get some mats back, or is
Yeah,
it
yeah.
like, oh,
No,
okay.
no,
So
it's
we, so we can always
everything.
just like put something in
Middle
and then extend
middle
it
mouse
later?
button to take stuff apart,
Oh, snap dizzle.
and
Okay.
you get all the resources back when you do.
Alright. Well, I'm just gonna put it out to like here for now, and then and then Bob's your uncle.
Chat's telling me don't go
He's
up
not.
this mountain. Is it mountain is dangerous?
Oh, don't go up the snow mountain. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We don't have gear for the snow yet, so you'll freeze to death.
All right.
But skirt around the mountain and see if you can find dungeons. Just look like I don't know. They're like these stone sort of like shelter looking things, but you can enter them.
Oh, okay. I usually, like, I don't know about you guys. I just run in any game I play. I just run around and then I just look at chat and wait for them to shout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's what it's all about.
Oh, now we're cooking with peanut oil. Is there? We can make shovels to like raise the dirt at some point.
You can level it off with your hoe.
Yeah, I leveled it off, but what if I want to bring it up?
If you right click, there's a raised ground.
My hoe? Oh, he's right.
See, that time I was right, Malf.
That time you're right.
I redeemed myself, hopefully.
I don't care what chat says about you. You're all right.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hey, you missed some really nice Tarkov yesterday, Malf.
Some
really
somehow
sweet kills.
I doubt that.
Really?
Yeah.
I doubt that very much.
No, honestly, when you do well in that game, though, it is very satisfying. I understand not liking it, though, like, from the point of view of somebody, like, especially new to the game. Probably for the same reasons I dislike Valorant, you know? Like, it just feels like it's a hard game.
Trash. That's okay.
Hard game to
Mouth,
get
you
into
don't
or
even
whatever.
know, man. You don't even
It's
know.
just CS:GO.
You've never
It's
even
just
played
CS
CS:GO.
I played a little bit of CS:GO on your Sunday streams.
Really? Oh, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, thanks for remembering. I guess you didn't cherish those moments as much as I did.
Sorry.
Man, there was Mouth cherishing
Don't you
every
remember?
moment.
I was always like, "Yo, P90 OP, baby."
Actually,
And
I
then
do
I'd get-
remember you said that about the P90 a lot.
Yeah, I'd get like a kill death ratio of like 0.03, and I'd brag about every kill.
That's the way to do it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's good sportsmanship.
You gotta, you know, smoke them if you got them. You know, flaunt
Well,
it.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely. I agree with that. Oh, whoever's been cutting all this wood, you're a champ.
Oh, hey, thank you. I've been doing some for sure. I mean,
That's
this
a
is
lot of wood.
I know.
You
I
have
know.
just
Malf
a lot
had,
of wood stored.
He had no. He had no goal, and that's kind of like frustrating for him. For me, I was like, oh, sick, no goal. I just go around chopping down these trees. Door stuck.
Oh, sips. Oh, this is gonna
Yeah.
make our life a lot easier.
What's that?
Pop down a second table,
Oh,
and then it extends our build range.
yeah. That's what I was saying. Just put down more where you need them, and then we can build more stuff.
Cool beans.
Tight,
Tight, tight, tight, tight, tight.
tight, 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 tight.
Well, for me, like, I mean, we had one stream when we used to play Tarkov together where, I mean, it was like legendary tilts. Like, I got team killed by everybody, I think, over the course of like 2 hours, and, you know, I had a little bit of a blood pressure issue, so I, you know, didn't do a great job of keeping my anger contained.
Right.
And it's that combined with, like, at the start of every match. Is that you? What are you like? Where are you? I'm here. What are you? Is that you? And then, like, so many times you do that, and then you're just like, I'm dead.
Yeah.
You find
no,
each other and, like,
that's,
oh, it's not you?
Such a good summary as well.
But if you like it, then I understand. I was into it for a bit. For like a couple of months in 2019, I totally got it, but I just honestly.
It's a very time-consuming game, though, right? Like,
oh yeah.
You can play a lot of it and kind of get nowhere with it, but then you look back and you're like, holy crap, I have played hundreds of hours of this game. What the hell am I doing?
Yep. It's hard too if you're a beginner. Like, it's not a traditional game where you just like you go in and you shoot. Like, you need to do like research and pull up maps and know where everything
Sorry,
is.
Chad. Sometimes the camera, I think it like turns off. Just let me, it's only done it once before this, so just give me 1 sec here. I think you do this. I think you go like this button. Yeah, there's a setting that I have to change that is like, if it gets hot, turn off. And I want to put that on no. Never do that. And then I just go like this and this and this. Usually that sorts it right out. How about that?
Oh, cool beans. All right, so middle mouse button, destroy you.
Hello, hello. I'm back.
Hello, hello.
Hi, hi.
Sorry,
Hi.
sometimes... Oh, Malf, I forgot to tell you. I got my camera situation set up.
I heard. I
Yeah.
heard. So congrats.
But it's
Congrats.
still like...
I popped in. It's.
Oh. Yeah, I think I need to grill you about some settings, like figure out... Because it does not do well with my beard.
Yeah, so like with camera, especially if you're taking like the full like video feed and just shrinking it down.
Yeah, that is what I'm
That's
doing.
like maybe unnecessary amount of detail. So I'll try to I can pull up like the settings and such that I have. But I usually just take like a bigger video and then kind of crop it a little bit.
Okay.
And yeah.
You know what? Maybe... I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so it's like you pull the video source in from the cam link, and then instead of just
Like dragging it to resize, you just take like a... You take a crop from the original?
Yeah, I kind of crop and then, shrink that down. But I'll pull up some, because there's other settings on your camera and whatnot that you'll probably have to do that that I haven't touched in a while, so...
Yeah, like I think I had to... because it just turned off now, and I turned it back on. I guess like it's still... There's a setting where it's like, if it's too hot, please don't turn off. Just let it melt down the hardware.
But didn't you... I mean, you have the AC adapter, right?
Yeah.
So it could be like, I don't know, if you're trying to actually shoot in 4K video, I probably wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I'd probably do like set it to 1080.
You think so? I'm in 2160 right now. That might be causing part of the problem as well.
For the video camera itself.
Yeah. The feed is coming in at 2160.
That could be it. I think I have my camera set to 1080p. So that you can do in the settings, but I'll double check all that stuff and I'll show you.
Yeah. What the?
Beats after.
No problem. Sorry, Sips. This is a little.
Yes.
No, this is interesting.
Well, because like it's one of those things where like I bought this camera and it was like kind of expensive, obviously, and the stuff was I had to get a bunch of stuff. I waited like months for the stuff to show up. And because of like production issues and with COVID, and then I set it up, and somebody showed me a side-by-side screenshot, and I was like, "This looks worse."
Side of what though?
Of my Logitech versus the Sony.
Oh, you were just using a webcam?
Yeah, like a Logitech.
Yeah, I used the webcam for a long time. I got a Lumix, some like 4K camera, like with my latest PC, but I don't even know if I'm using that properly.
I mean,
Nor do I really care.
I understand.
The proof is in the pudding. If it looks good, then
I think it looks about as good as it can with that 40-year-old dude on the other end of it, just like sitting around in his underpants playing video games. It's all right.
What should I do? Because I'm kind of like far from home right now, and it's nighttime.
Oh, get ready to fight stuff. It'll be it's gonna get spicy.
You think I could take like a shortcut over the mountain and?
I don't think you'll survive.
Really?
You have to, yeah. You'll start taking like damage almost straight away. We're not. It's not too bad around here. The bad guys are like kind of like low level, easy to fight. So it's not. It's not essential that we sleep at night. But when you're in different biomes and stuff, they're a bit tougher.
There are stairs.
Don't worry, I've activated the power of Eikthyr. I will try to run my way back home.
Right. Okay.
If I don't die to these boys.
Oh, that's a bold move.
But yeah, maybe if I get home, Chad, I'll try to adjust the camera. Now that I know that 4K is too much, like.
Yeah, I mean, you just think of it like because the webcam itself is just taking up such a small space. It's an unnecessary amount of detail at that scale. Like,
Oh,
if you're like kind of full screen mode or whatever, like even that you'll still probably want in 1080, right? Because you're only streaming to Twitch, you know, at 1080, right?
Yeah.
And it'll still look really good. Like that's the big thing about the cameras is like they're much better with if you give them good lighting, because you can get webcams that are 1080 or 4K, but because their sensors are kind of poopy and they need like to be blasted with light, otherwise they look bad. So
You know what? It's good information.
guys, press M to open your maps and then click on the thing where it says like show players. Or
Oh
show
yeah,
yourself.
yeah. Oh yeah, you
Revealing
were out
yourself.
here with me. What's up?
Are you out here?
Yeah, we passed each other, but I'm on my way back home because I didn't bring any cooked food. So.
Oh, I've got a bunch if you want to stay out here.
Let me see.
Gotta try to find stuff.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I'm about halfway.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna go home and then I'll circle the other way. I think. Yeah, I think I gotta get like a ring light as well. I'm gonna get one of those like TikTok influencer ring lights that it holds your phone in the middle and you can do dances.
well, did you? 'Cause I can't remember. Like I have the Elgato key light, but didn't you? I thought you already had some lights or something.
No, I have like some studio lights on the ceiling, but just the way they, like I can pivot them and point them, but I've never been able to get a good solution. And honestly, like, and I you know, Sips, I feel like you're kind of in this because you wear a hat too. Like you get like hard shadows on the top of your head, and it's like.
Yeah, I've got key lights as well. So I've got two lights sort of like diagonal to me, but like pointing at me, so it takes away all those hard shadows and stuff.
And the cool thing about the key light as well is they have like it's like in your dashboard of your windows too. So you pop it up and then you can change the intensity. Like I have mine set to like 30% when it's like pretty bright, but you can also change the warmth. So if you want like just bright white light, you can do that, but otherwise you can slide it to be a more warm and comfortable glow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, but I know they were having production issues with like all that stuff too.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anybody or any are available right now. You might be on back order.
I will say, Malf, I don't want to put you on blast. Somebody probably already told you, but I waited so long. It wasn't the AC adapter was the last piece to show up, so it actually didn't put me out. But I waited so long for the mini HDMI to HDMI cable, then it showed up, and I actually needed a freaking micro HDMI to HDMI cable.
Did you? Is that the one I linked?
It is. I scrolled up.
Okay, then you know that's probably my bad. I probably. Like,
because I was like, it's not a big deal, but I gotta figure out whether it was my bad or his bad. And I scrolled up.
It's my bad,
oh,
but,
you son of an extra
Yeah, but
$9 out of my pocket.
Well,
to...
in my defense, and I, because I heard you got the thing, I was like, because it was on back order, I was like, why didn't he just order another one though? Even if it was the wrong one.
That's true.
You would have known like 6 months earlier that it was the wrong one.
Look, I don't know, man. Look, I ordered from Amazon, and
yeah, I get it. It shouldn't have been. It's a cable. It shouldn't have taken that.
Like how can I get a faster cable on Amazon if it doesn't come from Amazon? You know what I mean? Like
Best Buy.
I guess.
Yeah.
Get a gold-plated one.
I feel like. I don't know, Cause I went through my Amazon, like my order history to do all that stuff. So maybe I ordered one for something else.
Apology
Yeah, my bad.
accepted. No, I'm just joking. It wasn't. And I got it next day shipping, and you know what? I got to, in order to get the, or not next day, same day shipping. In order to get the same day shipping, I also had a good excuse to pick up a book I was trying to get. So.
Oh hell yeah! What? How to be a parent? Or like...
Wow! Hey, that's.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Hey, that's over the line.
I'm joking.
Does that book exist?
Oh, there's it's
just
like
asking.
a whole industry on parenting books.
Asking
right?
for a friend, yeah.
I don't know about you, Sibs, but my thoughts on that are like, I read a couple of baby books, and the baby books I didn't get that much out of.
No.
But we had like a class where like a lady came over and told us, she gave us like an 8-hour intensive class on what it's going to be like to be a parent. That was pretty helpful. She showed us, she's like, hey, check this out. This is what the baby's like first 3 poops look like. And I was like, all right, well, geez.
Hey, that's actually pretty useful. Yeah.
I would have called 911 for sure if I hadn't seen that photo.
We went to this thing. It was like a course that was like that for our first, where it was just like telling you sort of like, you know, what to expect, like, you know, during like, you know, delivering the baby and like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that was pretty useful too, because a lot of it, I think if we hadn't had that, we would have just been freaking out like constantly.
Oh, I can't even imagine. Yeah.
It was, yeah. But we didn't do anything like that for the second one. It was just like, for a second kid, it was just like, yeah, we've done all this before. We know we're not going to sleep for like 6 months. Let's go. And that was it.
Well, yeah, I feel
and
like
now with the third one, it's even more like that. It's just like,
oh yeah,
well, my life is already like some hellscape. Why not just have another one? I guess it doesn't matter. No, that's good though.
I think like I learned more from like 2 days on the job than you can learn from any book.
Yeah,
because you really start to internalize it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And you're, you know, like some of this stuff that people tell you about, I don't know if you look at it like this, but when I told people that we were having a baby, so many people were like, oh, you know, the diapers. They're always talking about what a big deal the diapers are. Diapers are like nothing, man. It's just, you know, you go up there, you know, take a couple of straps off, put them back on, and you get a wet wipe. It's no big deal.
Yeah, it's fine. Like we never really had problems. I think the biggest thing for me was always, I went from like having a lot of time to myself to having 0 time to myself. That was like the biggest adjustment. Like I just couldn't get used to that at first, but very quickly you do get used to it, right? Because you just don't have much of a choice.
Yeah, that's like that's where I'm at right now. Where sometimes like on a Sunday, I'll be like, "Whoa, I'm really like I want to do this," and then I go in my head, I go, all right, let's shovel that into the 1 day off per week, and you might be able to pick your favorite 2 things from the list and then get it done.
Yeah. I mean, it like as they get bigger, it definitely gets easier. But also, like your first time around, you just don't really know, like, you know, what you can and can't do and stuff. Like now that we have 2 kids, like I'm much more sort of like I was before I had kids in terms of like. I know when I can do stuff and like when it's okay to do stuff, but like with the first one, you never know, right?
Yeah.
You're just like, I need to be here available all the time, and I couldn't possibly do these things that I used to do because I have to look after the baby. But then like after the first one and then you have your second one, you're like, yeah, I can do that. I can watch a full game of football, no problem. Like they're fine, you know, like you just sort of like you're I guess the boundaries just like adjust or whatever.
Yes, and COVID's taking
at least
its
what
toll,
I tell myself,
you
anyway.
know, because like if it weren't for COVID, Malf, we could have you fly out. Maybe you could take the baby for a couple of hours, so you could take a nap.
Malf
or something
would love
like
that.
Dude, I would.
I
Like,
know, yeah. I was only half
it'd be
joking.
great. No, but you know, I'm up for it. We'd play games,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, maybe put on like a little puppet sock show. I don't know.
You know,
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Kids love that stuff.
Jeez, man, like As long as
Man.
you're handling the basic maintenance for that couple of hours, you know, do whatever makes it, whatever feels fulfilling.
Yeah, and then you and Kate can go and watch like Zack Snyder's extended.
Oh,
Superman cut.
we've been trying to find a way to fit the Snyder cut into the schedule, so I appreciate that.
Oh god, I might die out here.
I mean, I don't know.
found
That's the
some
cool thing about.
skeletons.
Oh, you found skeletons?
Yeah, over here where I am.
Thank you. I think that's the cool thing about kids is like it's like they give you an easy excuse to do things that if you were to just straight up go and do that as an adult, people would be like, what is this freaking like weirdo just like going to Legoland by themselves is like, you know.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's not weird. I don't know.
It's not really like, I mean, it's surprising like actually, because we did a couple of things like that before we had kids, and you're very aware of people being there with their kids sort of thing, and then we've had the flip side too where we've gone to those places with kids and then noticed people there without kids and been like, what are you doing here, you know? But like we were them at one point as well.
Oh.
Yeah, it goes like full circle sort of.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping some stuff will open up soon. Like, I think I talked about it, but like, we want to put her in like newborn swimming class. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, just for like something to do.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess it's a useful skill. I guess babies kind of come out knowing how to swim, which is just, is kind of like, it really weirds me out that like if a baby popped out into like a pool, it could actually swim out of the womb, which is just like, I don't know, something about that just is disgusting to me. And
That's messed up.
I apologize, but just something about it just grosses me out. That like when the baby comes out, it can't do anything except, oh yeah, swimming, no problem.
Survive a drowning situation.
It's like to me, it's like the same as if a baby came out and was like it could drive a car. It's just like, why? I mean, I get why that, but still, like it's just weird. But like, so none of the pools and stuff are open because it's probably like the worst possible like germ spreading vector you could ever imagine. But you can like hire. It's almost like a DoorDash for like swim instructors. And I don't know. I'm not sure I feel comfortable with it. You can browse through like people's headshots and be like, yes, I'd like to hire you for like an hour to help give me and the baby a swimming lesson. It's just it strikes me as very strange. But
Yeah.
because you're really like, I don't know, how are you supposed to judge people based on their photo of whether or not they'd be a good swimming teacher? I don't know.
I think it's like, it's one of those things where, you know, you're just like, if you've got the baby, you're just going there for like a change of scene. I feel like a lot of that stuff is just that, right? Like I don't think your baby's realistically gonna learn how to swim at those lessons.
You
right?
don't think it's like chess where
No.
if they start learning when they're 2, they...
Well, I mean, there's probably like a bit of that for sure, but I don't know. I feel like with a lot of those things, it's just like, well, this gets me out of the house, which is miserable when I'm stuck in a house all day with a child. So there's tons of stuff like that. You know, you can take, there's like baby massage classes that you can go to. Like, why do you need that? You don't need
You
to.
don't, man.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, you just put oil on your baby's stomach and you massage them. Yeah, okay. I mean, like, thank you very much, but I'm sure I could have figured that out.
I
if
thought the baby was
even
gonna massage the
thought
parent.
that it was a thing. You know, like it's kind of weird. But,
Yeah,
I've never had a massage in my life.
You never been to like the Cairo or anything?
No, not even no. Even when like my old workplace, that was part of the benefits and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like I should
Oh,
at least
man.
do it, but
You
no,
should
man.
have, yeah.
Yeah, I thought
Should've
that was
gone
like the
for
#1 thing as
just
if you had
one
benefits.
Cairo.
I like to.
would-
I'll give you a massage. I've never received a massage.
Oh right, you're a giver and not a taker.
I got a massage
Right.
when I lived in South Korea. But I don't know. I just found it was kind of awkward.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if there was like a 5-minute massage parlor where they just went in and gave you like a quick little shoulder
Just a
massage.
really quick one.
If they just gave you like a little shoulder rub or something like that, that would be okay. But I remember this was like an
Quick
hour.
5-minute rub.
This is like an hour long, and I was just like, yeah, okay, my back feels pretty good, but like, except for the times you push too hard and it hurts a lot, but like, you just move on.
Once they find the pressure points and stuff, it's like, jeez, calm down there, please.
Yeah, it was weird though. It was just like it was just in a house. It wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like a massage parlor. It was just like there was just a house you go to, and I know what you're thinking is that it's one of those kind of massage parlors. I don't know. It might have been, but I just got a massage, and then afterwards they were like, "Do you want a beer?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I just, you know, a couple of my friends were there too. We just sat on the couch and had a beer.
Had beers after some nice massages. That's pretty good.
It was kind of nice, actually. It was.
That's one thing I miss a lot of that. Like now with COVID lockdown and everything, you can't do that anymore. You can't just go get a massage and just have a beer with your buds. You know?
Yeah, definitely true.
Yeah. I actually had a beer. I had some beers on the weekend.
Oh, well, in nature, as one does.
As one does, yeah. Well, one of them was called. What was it called? You know the town Elora, Ryan?
Elora. I don't think so.
Elora. Oh, well. They have a brewery there, and so they had one. It's called Elora Borealis. So it was kind of like I was drinking nature. Yeah. And
well, Ontario's like it's popping off for microbrews, right?
Oh, very much so. Yeah. It's
then
like,
didn't they have like vineyards and stuff in Ontario at one point?
Oh,
yeah,
they still do
in the Niagara region.
Yeah.
Right.
They make ice wine.
Ice wine.
I mean, they have normal vineyards as well, but that's like one of their things. They're like, "Hey, tourists, try ice wine," and they're like, "Ooh."
Oh, now
that sounds delightful.
Did you see the Toronto Star wrote an article about our hometown? It was trending on Twitter. It was like things you can learn from Kingston because they've only had one COVID death, despite the town having an average age of like 80 plus.
What's the population at Kingston?
It's like 150. Yeah,
that's pretty big.
Plus, the surrounding suburbs and stuff have a lot of people for sure. But
yeah,
right.
It's good.
The
It's
burbs.
an okay place.
My parents are moving back to the burbs that I grew up in.
Oh.
Next month they're moving. They're in Osoyoos right now, which is around your way, Ryan.
Yeah.
Like close to Penticton.
Oh, so that's
Kelowna.
how you say that. It's not Osoyoos?
Like, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, Osoyoos. It's kind of like a retirement place, I guess. I mean, my parents are retired. But they're moving. They're gonna move back to Ottawa.
Oh.
I guess they missed the snow.
Hey, they got tired of the nice weather.
Yeah. So, yeah, they're moving back. Next month.
Nice.
When they were looking for places, they haven't bought a place. They're like just renting a place because they're not sure like what they're gonna do. But they saw that the place we used to live in Orleans, had been listed and was sold, and it sold for like 800 grand. I couldn't believe it.
Welcome to the housing market.
Yeah.
Insane. Oh my god. And it was just like a really sort of average middle class suburb house, you know? Like I don't think they certainly didn't pay that much for it when we lived in it. Jeez. It's just exploded recently.
Yeah. It's like the interest rates are so low, like, you know, I mean, obviously there's other things at play as well, but it's like you would think that, like, you know, with COVID and like an economic downturn, it might affect housing, but it same with Vancouver. It's like it went up something like 10% January to January, which is for housing prices is just absurd.
Jeez. Yeah, it's wild. I couldn't believe it. I thought like because my dad sent me the like the listing. I was like, no way, are you guys actually gonna buy it? And he's like, no. we just noticed it while we were looking around. Yeah. Like, I don't know if they're not in the market to pay 800 grand for a house that they used to live in. Weird. And I still haven't found a dungeon. I'm out here in the Black Forest, by the way. Where I am right now is all Black Forest.
Okay.
I'm trying to loop back around the other side of the mountain because the coast is a bit of a nightmare. I haven't been home for days.
You know what? I'll go around the other side and I'll see if I can't meet you.
Yeah, should be able to find a dungeon here. If we can find a dungeon and clear and find those cores, then we can get some smelting going. If we can make bronze, you get copper and tin. I marked some spots for copper along the coast. There's 5. So that's a lot of copper. And then along the coast of the Black Forest, you get tin as well. And you smelt those 2 bad boys together. You make some bronze, and then we'll get up to the next age. We'll get some better tools. We'll be able to chop down those white trees. Get like fine wood, core wood and stuff.
Oh, it's like playing Shop Titans.
Yeah.
Right.
You just gotta wait 30 minutes, or you can spend 50 shop gems, premium currency, to beat it up. Oh, there's a troll out here too. Have you guys seen a troll yet?
I have not. No.
Oh, they're bad. They're bad boys.
Bad little boy.
Bad little boys.
On the cell phone games discussion, it's funny when you're like pouring through these like dry annual reports to look at like, oh, what's the return on invested capital? And then every 12 words in some of them, it'll be like, Kim Kardashian's dream shopping performed very admirably year over year. And I'm like, I can't take this seriously, man. I gotta.
Yeah.
This is just...
I heard that she's filed for divorce.
No, I think it's completed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man.
I also, similarly, I watched that New York Times documentary about Britney Spears. You know,
yeah.
That was interesting. I mean, the last I'd seen or heard of Britney Spears was when she had that big meltdown, the public meltdown.
Head, yeah.
When she shaved her head and stuff. And then when I was in Vegas, I saw posters that she had a residency there.
It's true, yeah.
This is like years and years ago.
I think she
but
still
otherwise,
has
I
it.
just figured, you know, oh well, she's just like, you know, she had a couple of hits and she's just like, whatever. Not up to much. I didn't realize any of that stuff was going on. The conservatorship and all that. It's nuts.
Yeah, I honestly had also not followed it at all. But like the documentary, you think it's worth watching?
It was interesting. It's only an hour, so it's not like a massive investment anyway. But yeah, it's interesting. Like, it just talks about like her sort of rise to stardom, and then her sort of. It didn't seem like she had many family issues, but once she was pregnant and had her children and stuff, there was a lot of like custody battles for them, and then she just lost custody of them. So I don't know what like happened, but I think that was like a big sort of catalyst for her breakdown as well. And I think she just has mental health issues that maybe had never really been dealt with or whatever. And now it doesn't help that basically her dad, who I don't think she's like too close with in the first place, controls her whole life and all of her finances through this like legal agreement. It's really odd.
Oh no.
But yeah, it's interesting. It was good.
Yeah, are you gonna watch the one about Tekashi 6ix9ine?
Ooh.
I don't know what that is.
Who? And he's maybe the best rapper of our generation.
One of the best rappers of all time.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a documentary about him?
Oh, it's coming. It's on HBO Max. I forget what it's called. It's something like Tekashi 6ix9ine, Rise of a Legend, or something like that.
Oh, right.
I saw there was something trending. It was trending on Twitter. I never used to look at the Twitter trends, but now I do because it's like a great source of entertainment. Seeing like angry people like yell into the Twitter void.
Oh, just every day, right?
Yeah. So yeah, he was trending, and I was like, "What is it?" And then it's just a video of him and this other guy like yelling at each other. I didn't listen to it with audio, but they both just had their phones out and were filming each other yelling at each other. And then like the bodyguards were holding them back.
That sounds really good. Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, okay." I thought he was in jail though.
I thought, you know, he ratted everybody else out. I thought so that he didn't have to go to jail.
What a snitch! Yeah. It's not cool, man.
Oh, that is really.
Yes, I've heard that they receive stitches in those
Yeah.
situations, but
I too have heard this.
I don't know for certain.
Dude, Sips, you ever play Prison Architect?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Oh, I'm also in the Black Forest, by the way.
Black
Nice,
Forest
nice.
Ghetto.
What about it, Malf?
Well, just do protective custody and all that, right?
Oh yeah.
It reminded
gosh.
me, you know, because you get to do that stuff in that game.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
Sorry, there's copper.
Yeah, I played a lot of Prison Architect. I liked it as well. It's really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a great game. Great game.
Oh, it's one. Yeah, really good one. Just solid. Just really solid.
Tight. Okay. There we go. Oh.
We can craft if you have leather from animals. We can now craft a bunch of better gear. Get rid of these rags.
You don't like
Pants.
my rag tunic?
No, no, I do. Don't get me wrong, but this new stuff is just better.
I was going naked for a long time. I only recently found out how to even put the clothes on because I got crushed by it. I accidentally took a tree out and it fell on top of my head and turned me into strawberry jam.
Oh, nice.
Isk. Crafting. Dudes, I'm getting the hang of it now.
You getting there?
We're getting there. This fence is gonna be fully pogged up.
Good.
Although I might have to go for a building supply run soon.